Hello my little subjects, I am live once again, come join, it's gonna be good. We've finally got the PC rebuilt and yeah, let's go test it out on some War Thunder, shall we? Hey Aviation, I don't know if you've been paying attention in my in Discord and all that, or to my lives. Not only do I have a new graphics card, I now also have new RAM, a new SSD, another new fan, and Beast is crazy. Right, so hang on, I've got to... Johnny, no, I was, my plane is all is what I had just lined up. Like, give me a second. I ain't finished setting up everything. Obviously, I also had to like rejig my computer, so there's some bits that I got missing from stream that I need to redo. So I probably won't actually be playing straight away. I was just gonna actually test what I'm doing real quick. Hang on. Hi. I was gonna.
What's good, Mark?
Everything's good. Obviously got new graphics card, new RAM, new SSD. My computer is now the strongest she has ever been.
Nice.
And
I got my second nuke this week.
Hey, not bad. Nice.
My second nuke this week. Like I've gotten 2 nukes this week so far. Cool. For all of my 12. I mean, I don't know. It was pretty fun.
Well, I unlocked the T64, finally.
Yeah, this is generally the fastest my computer has ever loaded up.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, right. I'm gonna leave the squad real quick. You two go do a match without me, because I need to run a couple of benchmark tests just overall, because obviously I need to run this graphics card on its own. I've also got to add a couple more things, a couple of things to stream that I lost when I redid the SSD. So.
I'm gonna bet that doesn't take too long.
No, it won't take long, but you have enough time for a match or two, easy.
Yep.
I'll stay in call with you and all that. It's just I might just mute because I've just got things.
Yeah.
I've got some things I just need to sort out.
Fine.
But, yeah.
Yeah, get your thing done, and yeah.
298k. Damn.
Right. So what I need to do is I've got to go through my history real quick.
I put the streamer starting soon.
That's the
Yeah,
V6.
I told you I was starting up. I was fixing my stream and all that because when I restarted it, I lost my starting soon screen and also I'll be right back screen as well.
Oh.
So I'm just I'm rejigging them and putting them back into the stream.
So that's why it went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it sucks when things don't save.
You know, I had no choice in the matter. Like
Mm.
the SSD I had was basically frying itself, so I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, no, it's being baked like an omelet. You know, I came under this. Guess what? I just came under. Like when I found out about yesterday.
What?
I came under the swine flu.
You got swine flu?
Yes. Yeah, and I'm not going to school tomorrow. I wasn't at school today. Not yesterday. I'm not going to be Friday if I don't feel better about tomorrow. Yeah, no, because I don't want to infect my classmates.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. So it's that.
Yeah,
and
no.
then, media source. do this. 1 second, guys. One second, guys. That's not what going here. Alrighty then, so now we are back to normal.
You don't want to go on top of those things because your lower front plate and have like all those things
I didn't
shine like.
my furnace. That's my biggest part of my hull.
Like you don't want to be sitting on top of those things. Especially because you cannot reverse. You literally have a 4 km/h reverse speed. Don't even imagine like doing hull down.
1 second, guys. Alrighty then, so now we are back. It wouldn't let, for some reason, it had actually stopped me from changing the volume on things because I want myself to be as loud as possible so that you guys can hear me over the games, and then I can also do that by just moving this closer like that. There we go. And then obviously I was listening to some new music, so we're gonna have that playing. Alright, you know what? Let's go in and we are going to try a match. Now, let's go aviation. We're gonna. Let's try. We're gonna just see how. Oh no! Hell. Hang on. I want to give myself the best chance. Let's do that, and let's see how much better this runs. At this, we're sat at a steady 130 FPS. Hang on 1 minute. I've also got to run my diagnostic system. Oh, also, might as well pour myself a drink while I'm at it. Holy hell, that loaded up quick. Fan control. CPU's at 61. Come on, you should be able to detect the GPU. Maybe not, but well. I'll pour myself a drink in a second. Let's test this out, shall we? That's a heck of a lot smoother. And I've got 7% packet loss as well. PRDX. That doesn't even make that sentence doesn't even make sense. Okay. I don't even know how to give someone a shout out. I'm not doing that. I don't even know you. I give shout outs to people who I know. I got a radar lock, right. Hello, Alexi. Alexi, hello. You can hear me over the music, 'cause if not, I can turn it down. Can you hear me over the music? Because if not, I can turn it down. Alright, I'm just gonna run one more match, boys, and then we'll see. But it seems to be running insanely smooth.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. One match of one, by the way. Did he mute himself?
No, I'm right here.
Oh, are you gonna run? Anyone who wants more fun into something else, like SnowRunner?
Yeah, I'm gonna run SnowRunner and check that and check that as well. Cause that's really graphic
Play with you.
and text and all that.
I can play with you.
There we go.
He won't mind. I know. Let the money. You don't mind if I were to help Mark fix most of his guides, or some of his guides, William? You don't mind if I play SnowRunner or not?
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm gonna load that up really quickly. It's pretty fun, right? SnowRunner. There it is.
I'm 63k from the Vetska.
You break my leg.
No, but a second nuke just this week alone. It's actually pretty fun.
Yes. On the 30th Terra, pretty hard map to get a
And
new.
it was with the same lineup as well. I think I have a newfound respect for the T72 and BMP3.
You have a newfound respect for your entire lineup.
I mean, those are the main two that I use.
Black River, Michigan, United States of America. My power came back around 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, I was really happy. Yeah, no, I'll come to the really crafted one. And where do I have to go? Yeah. I'm not waiting. Oh, you have your bridge. Oh. I go down the road I'm going to. SnowRunner's a bit of a hard game to control vehicles, but I like it. It's really fun.
SnowRunner's not hard if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know much about this. This is not the game recently. Finger down and then it, like, what,
Yeah.
yesterday?
Well, the thing is, if you've only just got the game, I'd say learn it first before you play with me, because I don't stop in that game. I just do it. I just freaking blitz through, get everything done, and move on to the next area. I don't stop.
I mean, isn't it kind of a bad thing to
You've
stop
got a
with?
pretty good
Like
hang
that?
of it.
It's a hard game to kind of learn on. Let's just put.
Not like the more you stop, the more you get like stuck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thing.
What's the worst that could happen?
Because like the soil and stuff like that.
Just gonna complete the tutorial first. What's the worst? No, what's the worst that could happen? I'll take a game with you. Now where am I? Almost at the point where I have to go. I have to take a swing a left. Just transporting some wood.
I'm gonna go do one game of stream.
Come on.
So I can get a little bit closer to finishing them.
It's not gonna make fun of some people that make farming stuff. Or different people.
Oh, brother turned real tight. Holy hell.
Ah, the old bridge.
5, 3, 1.
Ooh. What's that?
You know, 500% of people SL booster. What's the loot?
Do I have to drop it off here?
Absolutely.
Well, I've reached the old bridge. What do I do now?
Dover straight, that could be fun.
Can you grab metal beams as well? Okay. Just turn off the handbrake. Cargo management, unload. Brother, no. I have to get the metal beams first.
I don't expect to break into town.
Damn it.
What happened?
I took a radar missile to the side.
You know, I might go invade France now.
Yeah, SnowRun is a type of game that if you basically stop, you've basically killed yourself. Essentially.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Okay, well, some parts of the maps, because if you don't know that and you haven't fully explored the maps, right? Some parts of the map you can get so deep in mud that even your winch that you have attached to your truck won't get you out.
Except
Yeah.
to use all-wheel drive, Dave.
Yeah, and even if you use all-wheel drive diff lock, I'm talking about there's some areas that even your winch won't get you out when you have all-wheel drive, low ratio, and diff lock on.
Just keep on moving, don't stop.
Yeah, exactly. Just don't stop at all.
I may have gotten my truck stuck.
Even if half of your cargo flips over and you just...
Well, in that case, then that's just when you restart and do it again. But then you try and take a different route.
Yeah.
Until you can get
No,
up,
no,
until you can get upgraded tires and upgraded suspension and an upgraded winch. Trust me, you don't want to be doing it with me because I generally don't stop. I don't stop until I have to. I will run to whatever area I need to pick up stuff, pick it up, and then I will just then chug along, and I am not stopping until I get to.
Run till your engine doesn't run no more.
Well, I'll run until I get to my destination, or until I run out of fuel, whichever one comes first.
Heck, I'm starting a new game.
Yes, start the game, play it for a bit, and learn it.
No,
Great, my water crashed.
anyway,
That's funny.
so I'm gonna get all your games downloaded.
No, not all of them. I've only done a total, if I go into my Steam and have a look, I've done 1, 2, 3. 8 of them is downloaded, and I have 2 more currently being downloaded.
And those games are, if I may ask?
No, you may not ask.
Okay.
No, they're just the two that are being downloaded are Assassin's Creed.
Oh, okay. Sounds fun. Should probably get them. So I really want to try it for a while. Turn off the handbrake, all-wheel drive because it's really muddy area. To the left. No, not handbrake.
Yep.
I unlocked a few boats, by the way, when I played Naval Testament.
Leo, if I said that right, or Leo. And from the game, thank you for dropping by.
Oh, I can just recover the vehicle?
Yep.
I just figured that out. Cool. So I just gonna offload my car though, because I brought the wood instead of activating the thing, but I didn't know I had to activate it first, so I got the wood first. Now I can code and how to get the meter.
Oh, but I couldn't get a freaking lock. What the hell?
What's that from the same?
Couldn't get a lock. didn't think of that. Oh. That's right, I've got it here. I'm in the War Thunder chat with the other two. I'm not in top chat. But hang on, I'll pull you into top one, hang on. Aviation, join the general real quick, I'll pull you in. Right, I'm assigning keys. I only need the switch radar on and off, select radar, target lock, and unlock radar. That's all I need, don't I?
Not exactly. Hi, by the way.
Hi. So what do I need then?
Okay. I'll tell you what I use.
So I'm not
exactly my keyboard. It's just what you need. You're gonna have to make them convenient because you're gonna have to switch radars. What radar mode do you use?
I don't goddamn know. I just use whatever ones that's there.
Okay, do me a favor and go into X-ray mode on your plane and hover over your radar.
Yeah, it just says radar. It's got...
Okay, so you don't have the best radar.
Oh, of course I don't. This only has... the missiles I use are SARAs, so... No, Johnny, I'm talking something for a second. Because the Sky Flash ones are SARAs and that, and I don't know what any of the other stuff is.
Okay, so your thing has TWS, which is the rest. It's got data link, so you can switch targets, and the missile will follow your radar lock, whichever you're locked on.
I know it's got data link because I've switched targets like 3 times in the last match, but it wouldn't lock.
Okay, yeah. Do you go in your radar settings?
Which, okay, that's here.
Okay, so the main ones you're gonna have to want is switch radar / IRST search on and off. It just turns your radar on and off.
Which I've done. That's on. I've set that to number 1.
Okay, switch between radar and IRST. It doesn't really affect it that much. It's just there. Change radar / IRST mode is pretty necessary. Switches between the type of radar mode you use. You know, you're gonna need that. Depends on long range or short range. You're gonna need change radar / IRST scope scale.
Why am I gonna need to change the scope scale? I normally just have it on full scale.
You're not gonna want it on full scale. You're gonna want it around 70 kilometers or 50 miles. That's gonna be your best.
That is its full scale.
Okay, cool. But I'm saying because of top tier, it can go way further than that. Select radar IRST target to lock.
Yeah, I've got that. That's set to 2. Ones I've changed. I've done the switch on and off. That's set to 1. I've done the radar lock to 2, and the the select radar IRST to lock is 2, and then lock radar is 3.
Okay, I'm just gonna make a suggestion. I have my lock radar / IRST on target set to R, so I can just move my finger instantly, because you're gonna need that, especially when you get to HMS modes, to 13BR and up, because HMS is really, really good.
Yeah,
I don't know if you've seen what the HMS is.
Yeah, but I can move my fingers really quick from W up there.
Okay, if that works for you, but I just saying like that. What I do suggest though is what radar mode do you use at the moment?
I don't know. I don't know what mode. I'm only just going off what the missiles are. The missiles are SARAs, SARHs. I don't know the difference between the modes. I just basically activate the radar and just try and lock on, and that's it. I don't change the mode. I don't change the scope or anything like that, because I know I'll fuck it up if I do. I just turn it on, set it to look, and set it to search, and then I lock, and I try to lock, and that's it.
Okay, what missiles do you use?
Skyflash Super Temps. That's what this plane has.
Okay, let me look up something for you. That's helping me a lot. Give me 1 minute.
Because I'm not using.
Which one to use?
Because I'm not using. Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't know what. Because they're SARAs. That's what they say that they are.
Okay. So because you're using the F3, right?
Yeah, I'm using the standard F3. I'm not using the F3 Lite just yet because I haven't got it unlocked.
Okay. So for F3, you're gonna want to use TWS. That's track while searching. So that's why you wouldn't be able to get a lock.
No, I understand that, but in the last match, I didn't change anything, right? And if I have changed radar mode, it doesn't tell me what radar mode I'm in.
Okay. Do you want to go in a match real quickly, and I'll try and explain to you what you have to look at.
I'll go in a custom battle, because in that way then it's no.
Okay. Invite me, and you can test it on me.
All right,
Because I know this shit gets really confusing. It's just the thing that sucks is about the radar type is really how do I say it? Depending, I'd say. If you have an AS radar, you're gonna be playing AS, but I'm not sure which radar the Tornado has. That's why we're gonna test it out here.
I've sent you an invite.
Yeah, I joined. Okay, I'm not gonna shoot back, I'm just gonna be flying this plane.
Yeah, hang on, Soda. I'm trying to work something out, buddy.
I'm not the best with the radar modes and shit, but I can teach you the basics on how to get kills and shit locks.
Well, the thing is, no, but the two matches before that, I had perfect locks and I got the missiles off, and I didn't touch anything.
That's normal, really normal.
I know, but I was on the same map, and then on the last match, it wouldn't lock or anything like that. I couldn't get it to lock, and when it did, I couldn't get it to fire either because obviously it wouldn't lock. But I couldn't get it to lock. It would track them, but it wouldn't lock them.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to fix that. You have to also know the range of the missile though. Do you know the range of the sky flashes?
Yes, hang on. Launch range 31 miles, lock range 23 miles, and they were within 4 miles.
Okay, I don't know if that's going to be pretty effective then. Because it might be because a lot of the AIM-120s are really effective at that point. Okay, so I see your screen now. Look on top of your radar. You see where it says search pulse Doppler HDN. That means search pulse Doppler head on.
Yeah, what, the SRC PD HDN, yeah.
Yeah, now you remember the keybind you set that says change radar mode.
I didn't change the, didn't do that. Hang on. I didn't change the keybind for that.
Yeah, you need to set that keybind. Or you can just change it in the menu when you spawn in, but I suggest you do the keybind. Because when you get to top tier, you're going to want to use HMS mode.
This doesn't have HMS.
Yeah, I know, when you get to top tier, Typhoon and shit has it. Okay, so set that keybind.
What, change radar / IRST mode?
Yeah.
I think my game's crashing. That is just my luck. Right, okay, there we go.
See, when I go, also another thing for the radar missiles is you're going to want to bring a lot of chaff, and you're going to want to go up high to use the trackwell scan.
The problem is that as soon as I go up high, I get nuked by a radar missile from the enemy, so I'm not doing that. Because I did that.
Why you need chaff.
I don't have chaff unlocked just yet. This thing's still stock. See,
I can
you?
knock you right now and shoot you from 30 kilometers. Okay, so you changed it, right? So
yeah.
What mode you're in now?
TWS.
Head-on mode. You're just gonna go to usually TWS, just the normal TWS.
It's in T.
You're gonna use preferably.
It just says TWS head on, HDN, and that's it. It doesn't have anything.
Okay. Now, to use, like, you have your lock set on, right?
Yes, I do.
Now you have it locked.
No, that's not a lock. That's just a track. That's not a lock. That's. It's not locking. That's the thing.
I think I know.
Oh, no, it is. I got it. I got it. I got it.
You know that your lock is just a basic heat seeker missile fire buttons as well.
No, because my heat seeker fire buttons is my space. It doesn't lock like that. I have to push three to lock it.
Yeah. How do you usually lock heat seeker missiles?
I just hit space, but it doesn't do that on the same. It says radar lock is required whenever I hit that.
Yeah, because Mark, you need to have. Hold on. You need to have. What is it? Where is it again? I'm looking right now. You have to have weapon lock air to air bound. In the settings.
Because I just got it locked there. As soon as I lock with the radar, it fires automatically.
Okay, but that's going to be difficult to play in the matches like you did in the last match because you struggled.
No, what happened in the last match is that it wouldn't let me select the correct radar.
What do you mean?
In the last match, I wouldn't let me do anything to the radar. I couldn't do anything.
Specify anything. What did you want to do?
I was trying to get it to lock, right? Within range. It wouldn't let me lock. It wouldn't even let me select to lock. I didn't do anything. I didn't change anything. I had it set to lock the radar and it wouldn't lock it. It wouldn't even bring up the little green tracking square, and I didn't change anything.
Oh yeah, that because you just bound.
Radar. No, because no, it's not that. Because two games before that and the game before that, I was able to lock perfectly. I was able to lock and fire the missiles perfectly before that.
I'm a little confused on what you're saying, but from
basically the last match, it physically would like now that I'm going along, I've got a tracking square on my thing, right? In the last match, I didn't change the game mode, but it still kept my lock go. It still kept the tracker going, right? In the 2 matches before that, I didn't have to change the radar at all, and I had a full radar lock.
Okay, but that was probably because you were using pulse opera. I mean that's good, but there's also a lot of ground interference with that, which means you won't be able to get a certain lock sometimes. Mark, these radars are really realistic, bro, and I think you know that.
No.
It's hard to understand. I'm just trying to help.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that those 2 other matches, I had perfect locks and I got the missiles off because I spent 2 hours practicing locking the missiles and getting them into fire, right? Before, like when I was last played, so I actually got the missiles to lock properly and do what they were supposed to have done. But then that last match, it wouldn't even let me select my missiles correctly or anything. It wouldn't let me. It wasn't like actually let me select anything, regardless if it was my IR missiles, my radar missiles. It wasn't letting me do anything.
Okay, I don't know how to fix that. I've had the same problem with my TWS and I've died, and I've fucked around with my settings. But for what I recommend is keep your nose above the horizon when you lock. Even if the enemy is below the ground, try your best. It's really hard, man, I must say. But try keep it in TWS mode, because that's the best mode. Stay low, of course you know that. And if you're high up, which I suggest you do, when you're high up, bring chaff when you get it a notch, if you know how to do that.
Yeah, but British planes aren't that good at notching. They're not fast enough to notch. Because you go to turn and then the radar missiles go for your nose. Because I've had that happen about 6 times.
Yeah, fair point. Then just dive instantly to the ground. But I get
Well, that's what I do. I don't normally raise from the ground unless I really have to. Because why did it give me this?
What do you mean?
It gave me it didn't let me. I didn't put unlimited lives on. That's why. Okay. Because I can't spawn back in my Tornado F3. Oh well, I'm bringing my Lightning F6. Let's bring the pencil.
Okay. But yeah, keep your radar mode in TWS, or what I find as well that works a lot is search pulse Doppler, just a normal one, and try and just like you're gonna need to use lock radar thingy, that keybind. You're not gonna have time to select it from the menu. You know that.
Yeah, no. I was only in the menu to turn it on, and that was it.
Yeah, so now you have the menu button turned on. Why don't we play a couple? Wait, are you playing with Johnny and them before you join? This?
Well, no, because I've just finished rebuilding my PC, so I'm just running a couple of games that I can run to see how they're running with the new graphics card.
Okay. If you want, we can go in a couple matches. I can probably kind of see what's going on, maybe.
It's because it was just that last match. I think it was just bugging out because the 2 matches before that I had perfect radar locks. The missiles got off. I got like they both got both times they got notched. I fired, but I got missile locks and got them off. Perfectly fine. I didn't change the radar settings. I didn't do anything. I just went into the menu, hit 3 to lock the radar, and that was it. That's all I did. And last match, it wasn't even letting me hit. It wasn't even doing anything if I hit 3, and it wasn't even letting me come out of the menu either. So it's probably just bugging out.
Okay. If people are coming towards you, I suggest using Pulse Doppler, and if that doesn't work, change your radar mode until you get lock, because it doesn't always work.
No, I'm saying, but
I've played matches.
Normally, it was just a pulse Doppler, and that's what it sets you in at, right? And it was just that one match it just wasn't working. Every match before that I've had radar locks because I spent 2 hours in a custom battle with against like the AI planes working out how to get radar locks.
It also depends on the guy playing, you know that. Like, sometimes they can notch easily or dump chaff to confuse your radar or do stuff like that, you know
Oh
that.
yeah, I know how all that goes. Like,
Okay, and also 12.0 radar missiles, except for the AIM-7s, aren't that good, so don't expect too much.
the Sky Flashes are better than the AIM-7s.
I don't know about Sky Flashes, I've never used them.
These ones here are the standard Sky Flashes, but they run on. They're the same as the Sky Flash Super Temps. The Super Temps though are a bit faster. That's the only difference between them, and they got a bit more mass to them. But
Okay, let me just check something. Maybe I can help you. Maybe it's the missile and the radar working together.
because the lock range is 23 miles, launch range is 31 miles, and it's the same on both of them. Overload is 25G, missile guidance time is 40 seconds, maximum speed is 4.0 Mach 4. And that's Mach, yeah, the Sky Flash Super Temps are faster. They're Mach 4.4, and that's the only difference. And they got 10-second longer guidance time.
Okay,
And they're heavier, and that's the difference.
Another tip I can give you for the Sky Flashes is, you probably know this, but you need to keep lock. Like, you need to keep the lock on the target. You can't switch at all.
Oh, I don't.
You know that, right?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
Okay.
I haven't. It was literally just that last match. I couldn't. The menu. Like, it wouldn't even let me come out of the menu, so I couldn't even deploy any flares or anything like that. Like, it just kind of like bugged out a bit. I think that's all it was, because it wouldn't let me come out of the menu. Because normally I'd go in the menu, quickly hit 3 to activate it, so it would bring up the tracking square. Then I'd hit escape, and then I can go back to full normal controls. But
Okay, it's just a struggle. I don't know. Like, what I'd suggest for you right now is shoot them with search ball, the PD, pulse Doppler mode. Use that. I'd say when you're high up around, like, I don't know, 10 kilometers.
I don't go more than 200 meters off the ground. Because every time I've done it, I've had a missile to the face.
Okay, true. You're gonna need to practice that eventually in top tier, but that's not now's problem.
Well, no, you say that though. You say that because I was talking to Brendan about it, and he plays in top tier all the time, and he told me to never go high.
Yeah, it depends how you play. If you like BVR, you go high. I like BVR, and I play in the F15, so I go high a lot. And you need to know how to notch perfectly to go high. So, I don't know if he's not good at notching or anything. I'm not saying anything he's bad or anything. I'm just saying I've done it a lot where I go high and I succeed. He's
generally one of the best, if not the best, War Thunder air player I've ever seen. Genuinely, I've seen him in like actual custom matches that are specialised in dogfighting, and I've seen him like rinse everybody. And that's with that's with and without missiles.
Yeah, okay, that's cool, but you know, people have their preferences. I like going high. It gives me a lot, especially with the F-16D. If you go high, you shoot your derbies, they keep lock, you know, you notch missiles. Especially speed is an aspect as well. You need a lot of speed, which the F-16 maintains pretty good. But yeah, we have our preferences. What I wanted to say was, for you staying high, low, my bad. I'd say shoot your longest range, I'd say is, let me just see how much this is in miles, because I use kilometers still. Okay, so if you want to go fly low, your maximum launch range is 5 kilometers, and your minimum is 3. And don't chase people with radar missiles. That's dumb. Shoot them from the side or the front.
I've got aim 9Ls to fire from behind. And I know they're not. I know they're not good, but like I've always fired the missiles from the front. But you're saying that though. It says the launch range on these are 31 miles.
Yeah, but if you're gonna stay low, your sweet spot is around 6 to 8 miles.
I'm normally dead before I can get within 6 to 8 miles of them.
You need to multipass the missiles too. You know that it's not about just chaffing and stuff.
I don't have chaff.
I know. I mean, like, you need to know where the missiles are, and you need to turn. Like, usually when people shoot at me and I'm down low, I usually just immediately turn right and
okay.
speed off that way.
How am I supposed to know where the enemy's missiles are when they don't come up on an LWS or RWR, and
Okay. Get it?
I can't see them because they're smokeless?
I get that. What I suggest you do then is, if you're far away or something like 20 miles, I'd say, if you hear that missile warning, stay hella low, bank right or left, and stay low to the ground and just book it. Like, I don't know, try turning around maybe. Just never go front when you get shot at. When you turn and bank left and you go like supersonic away, the missile turns and loses a lot of speed and struggles to catch up with you. And then when you get that missile evasion screen, you can just straight back turn and go kill him. And then also another pro about that is you avoid the furball forming.
The what forming?
The furball, where people merge and shit. The big ball in the middle of the map where people fight.
There's not a ball in the middle of the map.
I mean, yeah, it's not really a ball, but it's like, you know, at the end of the match, there's not, well, near the end, there's not really as many people close together and shit. They really chase each other and shit. But in the beginning of the match, it's where the teams collide and stuff, you know, shooting missiles at each other. But I don't suggest that in all cases. You just really have to have a lot of experience in top tier to know what I'm.
Yeah, well, you also got to remember. Other than a Spitfire, this is like the first time I've gone fighter. Like, because I normally play strike, so I'm learning how to dogfight here. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm not trying to put pressure on anything or throw everything down on you.
Yeah, but everything you told me is pressure, because I now don't understand any of it.
Okay, can we play a few matches and I'll try and help you?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to ready up.
Okay. You're at 12 BR.
Yes, hello, Key. Chris, I mean.
I'm just gonna see if I have anything good at 12. What is the max BR I can go?
Not 12, because it'll do me. You got the Kafir C7, don't you? The K first C7, yeah, that's 12.0.
At the moment, I only have Shafriers and A9Ds on it.
Okay, that's better than nothing.
Yeah. Let's put it on.
Not at the moment, Johnny. I'm literally just
trying to figure shit out.
Just trying to work out what the hell was going on my radar and stuff.
Okay, I'm gonna look at your screen while I play, so if I die, it's fine. I'm just gonna try and help you and tell you what to do. Especially as a new player. Well,
I'm not a new player. I've been playing this game for long enough.
Fighter.
Yeah, I'm just new at fighter. Like, if I'm in a Spitfire, I've mastered a Spitfire. I can freaking rinse people in Spitfires. It's just it's new doing this with high tier jets and freaking missiles.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because with the other jets and that I've played that had missiles, all the starter jets and that, it's completely different because they work in a completely different way. For example, with the Lightning, the F6 Lightning, that's a thing you go to space in because it's a boom and zoom plane. You go to space and then you dive down behind them, launch a red top missile at them, and there's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah, I get that, but with Red On it's a bit more complicated, and you know that. Okay, so for this map it's going to be a bit difficult to play low and should cover the trees, but you should be good at that since you play strike a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure you have your radar in pulse Doppler.
It's on pulse Doppler.
Okay, cool. And you see you get a lock. Test that select target to lock and
Yeah, because I've got to track. It's tracking you right now.
okay, so you see, you just use that for head-ons and stuff, and I get it's hard to lock other enemies. I get it. I mean, I've got the most simplest AQC radar. ACQ, sorry. Oh, I can't do shit in this plane. Just gonna mainly focus on your screen. So you see you're getting tracked, so you're doing the right thing by staying low, which is good. Tell me when you get launched at.
The tracking screen's gone.
Yeah, they lost lock on you. Ground experience, I'm guessing.
No, I mean the tracking square that I have, like that I can't lock onto you anymore.
I think it's because terrain and because I'm farther away, so it's struggling.
Oh no, because I'm gaining on you. It's nothing to do with that. You was further away.
Terrain.
You was further away than what I was getting locked. No, I mean like it's not bringing it up at all. This is what happened last time.
It's probably because it's rear aspect and you need to be higher to do shit like that.
They're not rear aspect. They're all aspect missiles.
Yeah, but they struggle with rear aspect. I read about it in Sky Flash thingy.
Oh no, because I got locked there, 16 miles away.
Yeah, when you're gonna want to shoot that, you're gonna want to go high. Because the missile's gonna hit the ground. If you want to shoot that Sky Flash, I'd say go a little higher than that. My radar is just absolutely useless. When you get launched at, book it right. Do not attempt to fly straight, just book it right. Get stolen. Mark, I'm just gonna say it's gonna take a while for you to get killed. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna learn this shit.
Yeah, I know.
When I started using radars back in like 2022, when the first couple of radar missiles came out, I struggled like.
I'm not worried about struggling because I'm a strike player normally. Like, I've never worried about struggling. That's never been a problem. And all that. It's something new I've just got to try and learn.
Yeah, I get it. It's just gonna. I'm just trying to focus.
Oh yeah, front aspects. Oh.
Why does he get a hit on me, but I don't?
Oh yeah, that'll explain it. Yeah, the sky flashes are front aspects, so yeah, it's hard to lock them from behind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's alright. Hey Hendrik.
But yeah, I almost have to go. I have to study exams, man.
Well, that's alright, because
I'm not able to fly after tomorrow, and then I'm off for 4 days. Ciao.
That's alright, because I'm already literally just running games whilst I've got my new graphics card in, so like,
yeah.
and I'm just
But,
optimizing, so I'm just running tests and all that. Hendrik, I'm getting off, buddy. Yeah.
Is when they shoot missiles at you from like when you're down low, turn sharp right and just go that way, because try and evade the missile. One thing you're gonna need to learn, of course, is when you get chaff, is notching, ranking maybe, and another thing what you want to do when you get your chaff is dump a cloud of chaff and then bank right straight, and try and make the missile go for your chaff or turn hard to fight you at a low speed. It's confusing things to say, I guess. But
Oh,
you'll learn it.
yeah, I know. No, I know. Like, these are all tips that I've been told by other people as well. Like, but it doesn't help that when the plane you got, as soon as you go to turn, it decides that it's going to lose all speed. So
Yeah, when you play long enough with the plane, you're gonna like feel it more, know how to play it more. Like with my 11.0 tornado, I've notched a bunch of aim 7s. Like you get used to the plane, you know?
oh yeah. No. I know. Yeah.
So yeah, another tip for the tornado is when turning sharply, use your takeoff flaps so you can turn quickly and get your speed back quicker. That's just what I do. But again, we all have our different preferences.
Oh no, I've been using the combat flaps to turn and all that, but like, it doesn't change much. I've noticed on the tornadoes.
Try using the takeoff flaps then. That's what I do.
They are my takeoff flaps. My combat flaps are my takeoff flaps. It doesn't, like, if when I'm in the air, it doesn't let me set them to take off. I get combat or nothing. Because the takeoff flaps only allow you at a maximum of 200 miles an hour. Or 230.
Not for my tornado. I can turn at about, like for you it's, I think 600 to 700 miles an hour with my takeoff flaps on.
I've literally done it. Like, whenever I've got into the air, it doesn't let me select the takeoff flaps. It lets me select combat flaps, because combat flaps are flaps for in the air for tighter turning and faster turning. That's probably what you mean, because takeoff flaps, it says maximum speed on takeoff flaps, because if I pull it up, because I can pull it up here when it's in, wait, hang on, I should be able to put it up, yeah, go maximum flap expansion speed limit's 273 miles an hour. That's for the takeoff flaps.
Yeah, look at Major Hangover, they can go up to 1,000 kilometers an hour, exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Mine has improved my turning quite a lot.
You do know 1,000 kilometers an 1,000 kilometers an hour is 450 miles an hour, or so, or less than that, or something. But like, it says here, flap extension speed limit is airspeed that the flap can withstand and damage, and that's 273 miles an hour. It says it here on the stat sheet, and he's saying it's a keybind. I'm sick and tired of just keep putting in keybinds and all that, because I'm gonna keep checking.
You need to play the game.
Well, no, because I know people who play the game with no keybinds added at all.
Well, the sad truth is they're probably eating shit then, because you need keybinds. And a lot of them, especially for top tier. Like, Mark, I don't think you know how necessary your keybinds are for top tier. You still here?
Yeah, I'm just trying to fix things that gone wrong.
Like, to give you a couple of examples, switch secondary and weapons, you need to have that binded. You need to have switch lock binded. You need to have mode binded. You need to have, I don't know, a bunch of shit. Flaps, air brake,
the thing is,
basic stuff. But
yeah, the thing
so
is
much.
that I switched the secondary weapons and all that, because like I use the secondary weapons by going through shift and W and S, because I find it easier that way. But now since I've put those new keybinds in, I can't toggle my ballistic computer.
Huh? Can you repeat that?
Since putting in those new keybinds, I can't activate my ballistic computer because I tried it in the match.
Then set a bind for your ballistic computer.
It doesn't have one. It doesn't say
It does.
it doesn't say ballistic computer. I'm looking at it.
Just search it up.
Weaponry. I'm looking through. Secondary.
Search in the search bar ballistic computer. I bet you it has a keybind because I have mine set.
No, I just put in ballistic. Nothing.
Then why if I go search it?
No, the thing is, it doesn't.
No,
it's not. It's not on normally. That's the thing. The ballistic computer is like I have to turn it on every time I get into match.
Yeah.
It's never on all the time.
Yeah.
No, Hendrik said just keep it always on.
I know, but for what do you need ballistic computer exactly?
Better accuracy with the guns, because it
Yeah, you see, when you get radar lock on someone and you keep that lock and they get close to you, it automatically is on.
No, it doesn't do that on British jets. It genuinely doesn't.
I've watched a bunch of YouTubers like War Thunder Commander and Trepkas and stuff on the Gripen and Typhoon for the UK, and they have it. It automatically gets on when you have radar lock and they're close enough.
It has like, alright, I'm gonna go into a freaking custom battle. I'm gonna test that theory because it doesn't do it. Because it hasn't done it.
But you have to have radar lock on someone and keep that lock at getting close to them. It'll show you ballistic computer there. There's a bunch of people that I've watched play the Great Britain line and have played the Britain line has the ballistic like computer symbol for your cannons on them when you have radar lock on them. Yeah, Major Hangover also, there's the keybind you have to search, but
Toggle
me,
cannon bombs
personally,
/ rocket ballistic computer.
you just have to search your ballistic computer. And
I put in ballistic computer and nothing came up. What part are you not understanding? I typed in ballistic computer and nothing came up.
Type in the search bar BAL, just BAL, because if I type it, it shows ballistic computer.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there you go. There you go. But when I type in ballistic, it doesn't come up.
Yeah. But it's not gonna show up for planes if you don't have a radar lock. Just hope you know that.
I've always been able to turn the ballistic computer on, and then the way that I test that it's there, I just point the nose to the ground and it comes up.
Yeah, but for planes, I mean, you have one for planes, you know that, right?
Yeah, it's the same ballistic computer.
Not necessarily. Because what I mean is, you know that symbol for ballistic computer when you aim at the ground, you can use that in realistic battles to get gun kills easily if you have radar lock. Like, I don't know, I think Major Hangover maybe knows what I'm talking about. Like, Hangover, if you can properly hear me, you know when you get a gun kill on someone and you have radar lock, you get that ballistic computer symbol. You don't need to turn it on, it's just there.
You just said if you get a gun kill and get a radar lock. Well, that's the thing. Whenever I've gone in for a gun kill, it doesn't come up without it being activated.
Either because you're aiming at the ground, or I don't know.
I'm not aiming at the ground. I know where my gun is facing because I'm flying head on towards a freaking enemy.
It's so confusing to explain this to you. Man, I don't know how to explain it better. Yeah, I know, Hangover, neither do I, but you know what I mean by when you have radar log, it like gives you a little symbol to aim at the jets, so you don't have to do it with your eyes. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Okay, wait, try it on one of your teammates. Let it radar lock on them, and then it will show you a little symbol. I don't know if the tornado does it.
Yeah, it's... Oh.
Use normal, if you have full stop on normal, don't use it on anything with a lock.
I don't. My radar missiles are only front aspect missiles.
Okay, but you're not gonna get on the lock because you're rear.
I know, you said just try it on the tornado, so I was just trying to lock my tornado.
Yeah,
Johnny, I've already said no. He's trying to explain something to me that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it makes sense for me because I play.
Yes, and you're not autistic. You gotta remember that.
Yeah, no, obviously I remember it. That's why I'm trying my best. Okay, you see, your search for Gobbler, and it says HDN.
Yeah, I know that means head on. I know, yeah.
Yeah. So, when you try and lock someone from behind, that's not gonna lock. You know that.
Yes, I know that.
Okay, cool. So, try and use TWS.
TWS also is head on. They're only front aspect missiles. The sky flashes.
That sucks.
Like no,
Too bad for you.
no matter even if I use the sky flash super temps, they're only front aspect missiles. If I want to do rear aspect, I have to switch to the AIM-9Ls. But then they're not IRCCM. They're easily flared. So.
I feel bad because I wish the tornado had full aspect.
The German one might, but the British one doesn't. The British one's the F3 late has AIM-120Bs. Like,
that'll be easier for you.
Yeah, but I'm currently using the F3, which I've got to use the F3 to unlock the F3 late. So.
I get it. Okay, good luck. Nice. Now just aim up and fire. You see that symbol what I was talking about, that white symbol you just saw? That's what I mean. When you got the radar lock and got the statue ballistic computer.
Hey, I got my first kill. Let's go. With the missiles. And it was a rear aspect lock as well.
It takes some getting used to, but you'll get it.
But it was a trade. I killed the guy and then got killed. So I'm not saying I won't. I'm not saying I won't get it. It was just it's something I know it's going to take me time.
It took you a lot of time. It took me almost a full year to get used to the radar stuff when I was first starting.
Yeah. Alright, so that's War Thunder running fine. I'm going to go test one of my other games.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go now. I have to study.
Alright.
I'm just gonna finish this match save, if it's fine.
Yeah, should be.
What I like using in top tier, I forgot to put it on, is called HMS, where you can just aim your reticle on anywhere in 19 kilometers and it'll lock no matter what, because it's helmet display, I think. It's called. So that's really good. If you want to stay low especially, it's good. If you want, I can send you a video.
I've watched other people play it on videos and it's confused me even more.
No, just about what I mean by the radar.
Yeah.
You'll like it a lot.
Yeah, helmet mounted screen. Yeah, I know.
No, but it's really good for staying low. So when you get, I think your F3 late might have it. Not sure. Well, that's nice. I got updated from 13.3 to 14.0.
Right, Hendrik, I'll try that radar/IRST beyond visual range combat. I'll try it, but most of the time
Yeah, that's also good as well.
most of the time I get killed before I can even get within range to to fire the missiles sufficiently. So yeah, which I know that kill that I got was about 8 kilometers out. Like the missile locked at about 5 miles, which is about 8k. So I know, I know, but like it says that they can be launched up to 31 miles and locked within 23.
A lot of times that's a lie. You know that, right?
Well, no, because if that's
a lot of times, because it depends on how you play. That's why I said, because you play low, I suggest firing from 6 to 8 miles, or even lower than that. But your minimum, I'd say, is 3 miles.
yeah, but that's AIM-7Fs. There's only one plane in the British. There's only like 1 or 2 planes in the British tech tree that gets AIM-7Fs, and the third one got removed because people didn't buy it because it wasn't worth £70. And the only 2 planes that get AIM-7Fs in the British tech tree are the 2 Phantoms, and that's it. And turning those is like trying to turn a freaking school bus or something, or a cruise ship in the air. They don't like to turn. So good luck. So trying to notch those bastards, that's nigh on impossible to notch with them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, your stats card saying that they can go 100 kilometers and all that. My stat cards say that they can go 31 miles and lock at 23 miles. So
Okay, but man, I'm gonna go now.
alright.
Good luck on your radar. I wish you the best.
Good luck with your studying.
Thanks, man. Thank you. It's a pain, really, but thank you.
You're gonna need it really, so.
Yeah, especially if I'm writing 5-hour fucking exams.
Yeah.
But again, thank you, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
And congrats again on